Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first and hopefully only ever virtual banquet for the Pride of Robinson and the Bands of Robinson here in 2020. So I'm going to start things off here with a little speech that I prepared, and then we'll get straight into the year in review and then introduce some of the awards along the way, as I've got some guests here to help me out as well. So here goes. In the past 10 weeks, the entire world has been turned upside down. The COVID-19 pandemic has dominated the news and our thoughts and our actions. The change our society has undergone and is still undergoing will doubtless be the defining moment of our lifetime. Closer to home, what it has meant for us in the band family is that we have been robbed of a dozen performances, countless hours together in rehearsals, trips, etc. Be that as it is so difficult to look past our present reality to our pre-COVID band world. But tonight, in this event, is a night where we step out of the confusion and haze of our present and future into the certainty of our past. We turn our attention away from the what-ifs of the summer and fall toward the legitimate joy, hope, and goodness that characterized our fall and early spring together. We celebrate our most successful and hardest working marching band season ever. We celebrate our color guard, whose progress in the 2019 field show was noticeable not only from performance to performance, but day to day. We celebrate our nearly undefeated marching percussion section and stellar percussion ensemble students. We celebrate the most difficult music performed at a fall concert by the symphonic band in my time here. We celebrate our concert band, who has worked so hard to prepare an MPA performance with some really difficult music up to what surely would have been deemed a superior level had they had the chance to perform. And we celebrate the class of 2020, one near and dear to my heart because we both entered Robinson together in the fall of 2016. And our time together has been sweet and memorable. Tonight we celebrate the victories of the entire band program, knowing that every single person represented in it contributed to its success. We indeed had a very successful season and year, and let me briefly recount some of the accomplishments, beginning with the marching band. And all of these awards are proudly displayed here in our band room. See, from this image, we had our most successful season to date with the Pride of Robinson back in the fall. Marching band awards galore, 7 different shows, lots and lots of trophies and lots of acknowledgments, and all captions ranging from drum major, percussion, color guard, music, general effect, and marching. So we're very proud of all that we were able to accomplish this season. I'm proud of the students and instructors to help make it all happen. We'll let you take a quick minute to scan down the list of all that was accomplished back in the fall. I'd like to acknowledge some groups of students. These students have put in many long hours of work, and it is with great appreciation that we honor them tonight. The first group I'd like to recognize is the 2019-2020 seniors. These students have provided such great leadership and direction for this band program throughout their high school career. And during that time, they've shown great flexibility, helpful generosity, and most importantly, unwavering pride in the band program that they experienced and impacted for their 4 years in high school. I personally have been profoundly impacted by my interactions with each person represented in this list, and will miss them all greatly. We will give them a more thorough tribute towards the end of our program tonight. But I'd like to say we will be, or have presented all 23 of them with a keychain medallion with the Robinson logo in 2020 scripted upon them. So the 2019-2020 seniors are Avery Baker, Jaden Bigham, Nathan Bell, Joshua Correa, Ariana Flowers, Charles Foster, Xavier Gatewood, Kylie Gore, Tamia Lassiter, Jimmy Maley, Angel Maxwell, Joshua Miller, Corbin Mills, Aaliyah Niara Graham, Richard Pacer, Dylan Pilak, Jillian Powell, Shane Rounds, Anna Schneider, Zoe Smith, Samuel Sorrell, Noah Waller, and Brian Wilson. And now I'm going to turn things over to Mr. Jerry Goodnight to introduce our Band Leadership Council.
Hi, I'm Jerry Goodnight, and I am pleased to talk to you about the student leadership staff that we had during the marching band season for the 2019 season. Luckily, me and Mr. Carter and Mr. Patrick and Michelle and Jade and all the other staff, we get to see these student leaders grow from members into leaders and into leaders with titles. And I think all of the people that we have chosen every year have just gotten progressively better, and they're more and more dedicated. And so right now we just want to recognize all of the wonderful student leaders that we were able to have this year on our Leadership Council. So that starts off first and foremost with our drum major, Brian Wilson. Give him a hand. Very good. Yes, indeed. And then second, we'll recognize our president and vice president. So our president this past year was Miss Avery Baker. Round of applause. Yes, indeed. Secondly was our vice president, who was Miss Allison Vandewark. Yes. And then we go into our caption captains. And so these are people that really spend a lot of time helping our sections learn music, learn drill, learn choreography, and we really couldn't do what we do without them. And so on the woodwind side, we had Mr. Jimmy Maley. And on the brass side, we had both Ricky Pacer and Corbin Mills. Very good. Finally, we had our percussion captains. And so for the front ensemble, we were able to have Logan Martin be the percussion captain for those guys. Round of applause. And for our marching percussion, we had Mr. Xavier. Wow. Xavier, but your actual name's David. Gatewood. Claps all around. Huzzah! And last but not least is our color guard captain, Miss Kylie Gore. So hooray for her. And finally, our show theme last year obviously was Weather or Not. We dealt with a lot of weather this past season, both good and bad weather. And the show theme was really well encapsulated by the design of the t-shirt. And we want to thank Mr. Max Rowland for the design of the t-shirt. Mr. Carter's right there. Huzzah!
We also recognize the many musical achievements of our members. And our students are some of the best musicians anywhere. So we'll display these on the screen. We had 21 participants in our all-county band. We had 6 participants in the UNCC Honor Band, which I believe is the most we've ever had in that group. And we definitely had the most, record 11 participants in the Charlotte Youth Wind Ensemble, which is 2 groups that perform and meet and rehearse at UNC Charlotte, and then off-campus some too during the winter months. And we had 4 students who participated in all-district band, and those are listed on your screen. Successful organization, there are always those people who go out of their way to be in a good mood. These students help to make it through the most impossible days. These are students who also seem to truly enjoy playing their instruments and making music together. And this first award is the Most Spirited Musician Award in our concert band class. This is a student that was in concert band, enrolled in concert band both semesters, and every day just brightened everybody's day around her by having a smile on her face and a real gentle spirit, and somebody who could always be pointed to as a great model with for a real professional attitude. So we're really honored and pleased to present this award for Most Spirited Musician in Concert Band to Amaya Clark. Moving on to the same award for our symphonic band, the student gave 4 years to this program in 11 different ensembles or 11 different semesters. She was involved in a band class. And so that meant doubling up a couple of times just because of her love of music, and her attitude was really strong at all times, and a good model for everybody else to follow within the classes and within marching band as well. Most Spirited Musician in Symphonic Band goes to Angel Maxwell. Effort as well as talent is extremely important to a band program. Everyone cannot sit first chair, make all district or all state band. However, we feel that making improvement deserves recognition. So the following students are going to be recipients of the Most Improved Musician Awards. For this first student for our concert band class, it was actually one of 2 classes that he took for this year. This is a student I had the privilege of teaching when he was in middle school and all the way through his senior year. And his improvement has been remarkable, just from middle school to high school, but then each year in between. Been very impressed with the musical progress that this student has made, and so I'd like to recognize with the Most Improved Musician Award and Concert Band Award to Jaden Bigham. Next, for the Symphonic Band, I'm going to acknowledge a student that is also a senior, worked hard over 4 years, and has increased his musical skills, both in terms of how deep he's gone with musical repertoire, but also how broad he's gone throughout the section. And I'm talking about the percussion section where you get an opportunity to play a lot of different instruments, and he certainly has done that. And so we'd like to recognize with the Most Improved Musician Award in Symphonic Band, Mr. Shane Rounds. Next, we'd like to also recognize talent, hard work, dedication, and a love of music. The Most Outstanding Musicians awards goes to very deserving individuals who received from us a certificate and plaque for the 2 concert band classes that we have. We had a standout musician. We had several standout musicians in each ensemble, and so this is a very difficult decision. But the student who really showed great progress and just solid as a rock musically, right at the top of the section all year long, the clarinet section, the concert band, Outstanding Musician Award to Miss Lily Doe. In the symphonic band, we had a student who was involved in, not only did he shine as a member of our symphonic band for many years, but he also took it upon himself to be involved in many after school, outside of the school, on the weekends, private lessons, and so forth. All of these kinds of opportunities, too many to even name, and some of which I probably don't even know about, and made the all-district band this year as well. So we feel like that this student really needs to be recognized, and very deserving recipient, the Outstanding Musician Award in Symphonic Band, which goes to Jimmy Maley.
Hello everyone, I am Michelle Wilson, and this right here is Bevan Wilson. Can you say hi, babe? We are here today to announce the Color Guard Awards. We're going to start off with Winter Guard. First of all, we had an amazing Winter Guard season laid out, planned out. We were working really, really hard. The girls were working their tails off, and they were improving greatly, and we were so proud of them. And we were all so devastated when all this COVID broke out and we had to cut the season short. There were many tears and just lots of sadness, but the good thing about it all is we came together. We were a guard. We are a guard. We are the J.M. Robinson Color Guard family and always will be, no matter what happened at the end of our season. We're always together in our hearts, and they improved greatly, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them. Jade and I are so proud of all of them. And Bevan too, right? Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the awards, and we're going to start off with the most spirited Winter Guard member, and that one goes to Miss Sydney Bargett. She is always smiling, she is happy, and she's always got something nice to say and encouraging everyone, and we absolutely love having Sydney around. Now, the next award is going to go to the most improved Winter Guard member, and that is Miss Alexis Garcia. She was in the band in the fall, and she came in knowing nothing about Color Guard, and she worked her little tail off, and she improved greatly from the beginning to the end of our season, and we are very proud of her. The last Winter Guard award goes to the most outstanding Color Guard member, and that award goes to Miss Amanda Matthews. Amanda is a junior, and she has been working really, really hard all 3 of her years, and you would never know that when she was a little freshman, I could not get her to toss. It took months upon months, and I really thought I would never get her to toss. But she did, and she has flourished immensely since then. So that concludes our Winter Guard Awards. So we're going to move on to the Marching Band Color Guard Awards. Marching Band was wonderful. We had an amazing turnout of freshmen come up and join us this year, and we are so privileged to have had so many join us. Now, with so many comes so many new faces and everyone learning, and I cannot tell you how incredibly proud I am of those girls and the work that they put in, day out, at home, at school. Anytime they picked up a flag, it was like all about Guard. So I'm proud of them and proud of the marching band season that we had together. On to the important part, which are the awards. So our very first award for the marching band color guard member is going to go to the most spirited, and that goes to Miss Lily Anthony. Lily always had a smile on her face. There were times when I would yell at her, "Lily, no!" But there was a smile on her face, and she said, "Yes, ma'am, I'll fix it." And I can't tell you how amazing she is, inside and out, and brought a smile to all of our faces every day. The next award goes to the most improved color guard member, and that one goes to Miss Lily Golumbowski. And she had troubles getting that toss up out of her hands and into the air. And by the end of the marching band season, you couldn't stop her. She loved tossing, and just everything she did improved greatly from the beginning of the season to the end. And we are all very proud of Lily. And lastly, but not least, we're going to move on to the most outstanding color guard member. This award goes to Miss Macy Blackburn. Just like Amanda, she too is a junior, and she's been with us all 3 years. And she was right next to Amanda, and neither of them could toss. Both of them were in the same boat where I thought neither would ever toss. She was so afraid of the horizontal, I would just cover my eyes as she threw that flag up in the air and ran away from it. But she has become the most amazing color guard member, beautiful performer, most outstanding. So thank you for listening to me go on and on. Thank you to parents. Thank you to all of the girls. Thank you to the band members for being there, supporting the color guard members, and helping us to have wonderful winter guard and marching band color guard seasons.
Hey guys, I'm Mr. Patrick. I've been here for a few years. Probably my favorite marching group this season, and some really talented kids. So I'm here to let you know who won what with the percussion. We have Marching Percussion Awards by me, and most spirited marching percussionist, Destiny Schneider. I don't know if I'd ever seen her without a smile on her face, and she was certainly an encouragement to everybody else in the section. Most improved marching band percussionist goes to Noah Waller. Noah, you did a good job. Thanks for hanging in there and doing what we've asked you to do. It paid off big dividends for yourself and for our section, for the band, so thank you. The most outstanding marching band performance percussionist goes to Xavier Gatewood. Xavier, got your number, bro. Good job. Good job to the entire section, both the battery and the front. You did some really cool things this year. Got a lot of good recognition. Got good comments from judges and other drum directors and drum instructors, so it was a good year. Thank you. Also want to say thank you to the moms and dads who are part of getting us on and off the field, loading and loading the truck. You guys put wheels to what we do, so without you, we could not rock if you didn't roll. Get it? I'm done. Later.
Hello again. I'm here to announce the remaining marching band awards that we have for this past season. Obviously, marching band is one of the most time-intensive ensembles that you can be a part of, really throughout your entire musical career. And so these awards really speak to the dedication of the following people, and we're really proud of all of the things that you've been able to accomplish as a member of the Pride of Robinson Marching Band. So the most spirited marching band member obviously goes to one happy dude, and that is Joshua Miller. He can always be seen with a smile on his face, always positive, always willing to take constructive criticism, and he really exemplifies the kind of spirit that we want in terms of a marching band member. And so kudos to Josh for winning Most Spirited Marching Band Member. Moving on, we're going to go to the Most Improved Marching Band Member, and that for this year is Miss Jillian Powell. And so I think just coming from knowing her in 8th grade and then seeing her in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade, there isn't anybody in the program that has made more improvement in terms of being a marcher and a player and choreographed dancing than Jillian. She's always willing to take constructive criticism, always has a smile on her face, always just wants to be there and wants to try hard. And so just personally, I'm super proud of Jillian, so kudos to her for winning the Most Improved Marching Band Member for this season. And now we're going to move on to specific awards that are for our school and have been a part of our marching band tradition for many years. And so Mr. Carter is going to tell the story of Don Addis and talk about our best first-year marching band member.
This first award has been a fixture here in the Robinson Band program from years ago when Mr. Smith and the staff at the time rightfully thought to honor one of the band legends in Cabarrus County. His name is Don Addis. He was director of bands at Central Cabarrus for many years and an avid supporter of the band, real gentle spirit, exemplified a lot of what we want our students to exemplify. Just a passionate artist, musician, one who was devoted to the craft and to the marching arts. And so the Don Addis Award has been given at Robinson for many years to the best first-year marching band member. And this year it goes to a student who joined us as a senior and was so dedicated, pushed through, persevered through a season in which was difficult weather-wise because of all the heat and because of all the rain, and somebody who I know gave all that she had to our band program. And I'm so proud to acknowledge our Don Addis First Year Marcher Award. This year, the recipient is Aaliyah Nyara Graham. Next, I'd like to announce our outstanding marcher. This student was involved with our marching band program for 4 years, just moved extremely well on the field, whether it was marching or some of the movement aspects that we incorporated into our show. Somebody who was never off step, ever, and I can always point to from the tower as an example of great marching technique. And this person's name is Anna Schneider.
And before we wrap it up, we're going to introduce you to the 2020-2021, that's a mouthful, Leadership Council for the Marching Band. And so we want to thank the Marching Band Council from this past year for all the work that they've done, but we are excited about the new student leaders that we have chosen through a pretty rigorous process and think that they're going to do some really great things. So first off, we're going to announce our color guard captains, and hopefully you know by now that is both Macy Blackburn and Amanda Matthews. So a round of applause for those ladies. Congratulations. I know you're going to do great things. Our percussion captains are both Caleb Hargrove and Logan Martin. So congratulations to you guys. Our brass captain is Mr. Gavin Ashbaugh, and our woodwind captain is Jakar Bailey. So congratulations to both you people. You're going to do great work on the field for our sections in terms of music and choreography. Our band president is Mr. James Houchin, pizza guy, and our band librarian is Miss Stephanie Hawk. So those are two people that are going to be really hardworking and I think are going to have a lot of positive impact for us. Our vice president is Mr. Spencer Hicks. And finally, our drum major for the 2020-2021 season is Miss Allison Vanderwerk. And so this is your Student Leadership Council. We're excited for all the great things that they're going to do this coming season. And if you have any questions about marching band or all the good things that we're going to do, either online or in person, feel free to reach out to those guys. And so now we want to recognize the Band Booster organization, which is all of your parents that commit all their time, efforts, and a good deal of money into getting you guys here and supporting you in your concerts and your performances and your practices. Really, the parents kind of drive the force that we are here at Robinson, and so shout out to all you guys for all that you do for us and for your kids and for the program as a whole. We want to recognize the executive board of our Band Boosters, which is kind of the leadership of our Band Boosters, if you will. And so for 2019 and 2020, our president was Miss Angie Flowers. Our vice president was Brandy Everett. Our secretary was Becky Powell, and our treasurer was Carla Seckman. So we want to thank all of you ladies for the wonderful work that you did for our program this year. We also want to thank our Band Booster class reps for the 2019-2020 season. They were Sarah Jones and Cheryl Garcia for our freshman class, Jeanette Galt and Todd Monroe for our sophomore class, Tammy Kozad and Amy Vanderwerk for our junior class, and Cheryl Maley and Kiafa Smith for our senior class. Finally, we want to introduce you to the executive board for the 2020-2021 season. That includes the following people. Brandy Everett is now our president. Cheryl Garcia is now our vice president. Rebecca Powell is our secretary once again. And Jennifer Willis is our treasurer. And our class reps for this coming season are Sarah Sloan and Lauren Radola for our freshman class, Sarah Jones and Teresa Sorg for our sophomore class, and Amy Vanderwark and Carla Seckman for our senior class. We don't have any junior reps right now, but if you feel like volunteering, let us know.
Chaperone coordinators are on some of our unsung heroes, and last year we had Amy Vanderwerk, Angie Flowers, Jeanette Galt, and Brandy Everett. The only two returning for this coming season are Amy and Brandy, and they really need your help. So we'll go into a little bit later what all is involved in that, but just please contact Amy or Mr. Carter with your willingness to assist. It helps our band program become more successful because of their involvement. Last year, our pit boss was Terrence Hicks, and he had people who also surrounded him to have a great season. Getting our equipment on and off the field is extremely important, and I understand that Terry's coming back next year, so thank you, Terry. And if any mom or dad want to help out, that's another very important part of our program. I alluded to earlier, the more helping hands we have in that area, the better our shows are, and the more comfortable our kids are getting on and off the field, and that helps them perform better. Some of our parent volunteers, the things they're doing are band buddy mentoring, uniform committee, chaperones, prop construction, band camp volunteers, all-county band, student meals, feeding students at camp on Friday nights, etc., donations of soft drinks, sodas, or any other items, working PNC, fundraising including pine needles, yard sales, and candy sales. We need you in every area, so please volunteer. Contact Mr. Carter as soon as possible.
With these academic, scheduling, and societal pressures being as they are, it can be very difficult for students to be able to take band each semester. And so the following 8 students were able to maintain both a strong academic standing in school while taking band every single semester of their high school career. So we are presented with them the Esprit de Corps Award, which recognizes both their dedication and commitment to the bands of Robinson. And those 8 people are Avery Baker, Jaden Bigham, Nathan Bell, Ari Flowers, Jimmy Maley, Angel Maxwell, Ricky Pacer, and Jillian Powell. Congratulations to you guys, and thank you for your dedication and commitment to the band program here at Robinson.